This week, I'm taking you back to Orientation Week, where I met and mingled with two of the most important girlfriends in my life. And apparently Jordan. And a little story about my first day of college, a little mishap with the fire alarm. Stay tuned for photos from Orientation Week as a courtesy from Waterloo Arts Orientation Group on Facebook. And my old iPhone, only on Dear Fresher Me. Before I get to the main portion of the video, I promised you in the first one that I had a little story about my first week of school. More specifically, what happened to me on the first day of classes, which is this. I had a weird feeling that something was going to happen that day. And maybe it was just first day jitters that I was feeling, but I just felt like there was some sort of energy telling me that something was going to happen. Typically, first week, I think Monday and Tuesday is orientation days. And then Wednesday is when classes officially start, if I recall. And my first day, I had Introduction to Women's Studies, and it didn't start till 2. So me knowing that, I slept in because I was so tired from orientation. And so I slept in, woke up, and I decided to take a shower. I think this was like my second or third time taking a shower. And I always try to go when it's not busy and there's no one there so I can take the big shower stall. So I grabbed my towel and my shampoo and my stuff, went to the bathroom, and there was one girl who was in the stall and no one else. So I went to the shower, and as soon as I turned on the faucet, I heard this high-pitched sound in the distance that sounded like a bell, but it was also sporadic, like beep, beep. Okay, that was 2 semitones. Beep, beep, beep. You get the idea. And I was like, huh, is that a fire alarm? Is that a fire alarm going on at a residence? Are we impacted by this? Being the nervous, anxious person I am, I was overthinking the whole situation. I was like, what if I have to get out because this may be a real emergency, that there's actually a fire and I'm here in a towel and my fear was having hair full of shampoo and having to get out in a towel with shampoo running down my face and possibly getting in my eye. I was like, no, that's not what I want. And so I took my time the first few minutes of the shower just like cleaning myself and like standing there under the water. And I kid you not, literally 5 minutes in, the ringing increases and now it's blasting on our floor and there's no ignoring it. So I quickly turn off the faucet, grab my shampoo and conditioner, and I came out and I was like wrapped in a towel. I don't know why I didn't have my robe. I thought it was just safe to have a towel. And so I got out and the girl also came out of the stall and we just looked at each other and we were like, are we to go out? Are we to exit? And so we were just like, damn. And then we both like walked into the hall, and by that time our Don was like, what are you doing here? Everybody has already evacuated. And we were like, huh. Like he was like, okay, we gotta get out. And then after he said that, it kind of finally just like clicked to him that I was in a towel and my hair was soaking wet. So he was like, oh, okay. Do you want to go grab a robe or like drop off your stuff? I was like, yes, please, because I do not want to go out in the cold at 11 a.m. with everyone else there just in a towel. So thankfully, my dorm is the last one on the floor closest to the exit. And so I quickly went, dropped my stuff on the floor, grabbed my robe and just like wrapped it around my towel because I was like shivering. And thank goodness for that, because as soon as we got out, everyone at Rev was already out there and they were just like staring at us because we were the last one to exit, and like the fire trucks were already there. We were just the last one to exit the building. And yeah, I think we spent like 15 minutes there in the cold on the first day. Yeah, and that's how I started my first day of classes at University of Waterloo. Okay, I know so many people have mixed emotions about orientation week, but let me tell you, as someone who did orientation week and actually really enjoyed it, it's fun. Like, you may think that you are too cool or too old to do like the school spirit orientation week kind of thing and hate it when those energetic leaders are all up in your face at like 9 a.m. telling you to like, you know, be energetic. Don't be a party pooper. Just like participate and just try to be in that moment, because you'll never have another orientation week unless you go back to school, or in this case, a pandemic where it doesn't allow you to fully experience the first week. Honestly, orientation week and the whole move-in experience of going to college makes the college experience, because if you don't live with a roommate, then, or if you didn't move or you went to a school and didn't know anyone, orientation is the best week to meet people, because they will they will group you with a group of students that you can get to know and like do fun activities, you know. And those orientation leaders, they're not getting paid, they're volunteers, and so they put all their hard work and effort to make sure that orientation week is fun for you all. And so you might as well experience it to the fullest, because nobody likes a party pooper. End of story. So orientation week. What was orientation week for me like? My orientation group was called Blue Bermuda, which you can see in that photo of me and Erica where I was wearing a blue orientation shirt, blue on white orientation shirt, and Erica was Maroon Marauders. And basically in our orientation week, it was like different islands that were competing against each other. And then at one point we broke out into like workshops and attended like different mini lectures by professors who answered questions about like study tips, co-op, networking, and all that stuff. And you got to choose which workshops you go to. Some even had arts and crafts, and I think there's a spider on my floor. I'm sorry, getting distracted. I think I killed it. Okay, what was I saying? And then Waterloo does this, or at least for Faculty of Arts, they do this choreographed dance every year. I don't know if they repeat it, but ours was to Shut Up and Dance by, oh no, I'm blanking out. Shut Up and Dance. You remember that song? It was very popular back in 2016. And it was a lot of fun. If you asked me to do the dance, I personally can't remember, but it was a lot of fun. We actually ended up doing it again during Arts Gala, and for some reason I ended up remembering it 4 years later. Also, orientation week, that's when you get to again network and meet new people and get to know them, because I met my best of friends kind of during orientation week. So I lived in residence, Erica lived off campus. I met Viola, she was my roommate. Erica met Brianne because they were in the same orientation group. And then we became friends, and now we're the best of friends because we met on orientation week, and we've kind of forced ourselves to attend events together and make sure that we're there for each other. For Waterloo specific, orientation also has, I can't remember if it's called casino night. Okay, they have a ceremony, an Olympic ceremony where they announce the winners of the scavenger hunts, and our group won. Blue Bermuda won. And it's so sad because out of all the groups, our group, Blue Bermuda, we were the group that had the least attendance in our group. I think we had 30 or 40 students in our group, and only 7 of us came, and I think that was including the leaders. I'll post a photo here. But yeah, we won. We got to take a picture with a trophy. The orientation leaders were more excited, but it was a lot of fun and enjoyed it. And then we went off to casino night, which a kind of kid-friendly version where you're not really gambling, but it's you're not gambling money, but you're still experiencing poker, blackjack, and all those spinny games. And then there's a performer of a magician, and different booths that they hired, and I think there was a henna. The UW Henna Club also had their own booth where they were doing henna on people's hands. And then there was a palm reader. I didn't get a chance to get my palm read because there were so many people in line and I didn't want to hold it up, but Viola went and she got her palm read. We can't remember what it said, but it was a lot of fun. So again, attend orientation week because it might surprise you that you might actually enjoy it, and it's not as bad as everyone makes it out to be, and it just completes the whole first week of college experience before classes starts.
Angelica forgot to film an outro. What a dum-dum. We hope you enjoyed hearing her orientation week experience and fire alarm mishap. Tune in next week for a 2-part video, What I Wish I Knew Before First Week of College. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Have you ever found yourself in an embarrassing situation? Comment down below. Safe space for everyone.
We all have our insecurities, and filming my side profile was just not it. So we're gonna try again, but instead of getting ready with me, we're gonna illustrate with me.